Welcome to Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa's Cities. Taking on a new job in city government isn't always easy. In any role, there's a lot to learn and a lot to do. Listen to what Iowa's leaders say was their biggest challenge when they took office. And we've got some good advice for anyone who's thinking about running for office or working for their city. That's coming up next. Then make sure you join Dubuque Mayor Brad Cavanagh and me, Dave Martin, for full episodes right here on Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa's Cities.
Christina Eicher. I am the president-elect for the Iowa League of Cities, also the council member for the city of Bennett and city clerk for the city of Lisbon.
So a weird question to ask you because you have multiple roles, but we'll try. When you first became a city clerk and a city council person, what surprised you the most?
For the city clerk, because that one came first, that one was over 13 years ago, I didn't realize just how much went into city government. At that point, I thought that, it was really the mayor and the council that made all the decisions, but it's not. The county's involved, the school's involved, the state's involved. So I was surprised by how many hands were in on the decisions made in each small town. And then in Bennett, for being on the Bennett Council, it was what was the big things happening for such a small town, what took to run such a small city.
You were surprised at how much?
I was very surprised. Yeah. After working in a city for, oh goodness, I was probably there a good 5-6 years before I became a city council person. And it's like, I know how this all works. But then once you're on the other side of that podium,
no, I don't know how it works.
No, I don't know how this works, especially for someone with more constraints to them than what my town had.
So we talked a bit earlier, and you said one of the things you wanted to do when you grew up was to give back to your town. What advice would you give for someone who wants to give back to their town?
Get involved. If you want to get into government, or even just take the time to invest in your town, whether you're there just through your school years or if you're there through college or life, just join what you can. If there's a community club, join them. If there's committees, help out anytime you can. Derecho brought a lot of that out in a lot of towns where people just picked it up and started helping their towns. But the more pride you take into your town, the more you invest into it, the more you're going to get out of it.
Rick Johnson. I'm the mayor of Ottumwa, Iowa.
Ottumwa, Iowa, and I am a huge fan of MASH, the television show, the movie, the home of Radar O'Reilly.
You got it.
So Ottumwa, okay.
That's right.
What else is Ottumwa famous for other than Radar?
They're famous for meatpacking. We have a meatpacking history. We had John Morrell and company there for several years.
Okay.
We also have John Deere.
All right.
So
this is your first term as mayor, your only term as mayor, perhaps?
Yeah, correct. I'm not running again for re-election this fall.
Tell me what surprised you about being mayor, about the job of being mayor.
Nothing probably surprised me. The thing that was a little bit challenging for me to get used to, we have a full-time city administrator, so the mayor is more of a figurehead. You don't get to really vote on anything. I can veto stuff at city council meetings, but as a mayor, I don't get to actually vote on anything. So you have to really hope that you have some productive influence sometimes, because I don't really get to vote on anything. And that was kind of different for me to get used to.
So no power and all the responsibility and blame.
That's a good way to sum it up, yeah.
Okay. What would you tell someone, especially a young person, who thought maybe they would want to get involved in the city or get involved in government or run for mayor?
Well, and I am happy to report that we do have several young people that are planning on running this fall. We have 3 city council seats that are up for re-election, plus the mayor. So we do have quite a few younger people that are wanting to get involved.
What would you tell them? I mean, when they ask you, like, what's the job like, or what's it like to be mayor? What do you tell them?
Well, I think it's always important that you put a positive image out there about your community. I mean, as a mayor, you're really kind of the spokesperson for the city, and I think it's important to always showcase your community in the most positive way you possibly can.
That's our show. Thanks for listening. Join us again right here for the next episode of Leading Iowa, Good Government in Iowa's Cities. Make sure you like us and share us with your friends. Follow us on Facebook. Leading Iowa is a Valley Park production in association with the Iowa League of Cities. The show is executive produced by Katie Wheeler and Brad Cavanagh for the Iowa League of Cities. Jim Ludlow, Dave Martin, that's me, and David Snyder are executive producers for Valley Park Productions. Our show is edited and produced by Jason Stershic.